छोड़ूंगा गाइस, चिल करो। इट्स रिलेटेड टू अ ब्रांड। बहुत
हे गाइस, कैसे हो आप सब। तो स्वागत है एक नई स्ट्रीम पे, जो आज हम लोग करने वाले पीएमजीसी की वॉच पार्टी। लेकिन इधर एक सीन है कि ये लोग ये जो पीएमजीसी का लाइव स्ट्रीम चल रहा है, उधर ये लोग का नेट नहीं चल रहा है, और मतलब नेट बोल रहा हूँ, ये लोग का साउंड नहीं आ रहा है। तो क्या करें, आप लोग बताओ। क्या करना चाहिए मेरे को? उन लोग का साउंड आ ही नहीं। आप लोग बताओ क्या करना है? मैच स्टार्ट होने वाला है 2 मिनट में। ओजी का भी आज अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस आना चाहिए। टॉप 10 पे है ना शायद, हाँ 10 पे ओजी का परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा आएगा तो कुछ हो सकता है, वरना फिर तो टीआर पे ही उम्मीद है बस, और क्या। मैं स्क्रीन लेके आता हूँ। ये रहा स्क्रीन। तो आप लोग देख सकते हो, पहला मैच राउंड ऑफ, दूसरा एयर एंगल, तीसरा एयर एंगल, चौथा एयर एंगल, पांचवा मिलामर, और फिर छठा मिलामर वापस। एक मिनट में चैट ऑन कर लेता हूँ। हाँ भाई, सब एकदम मेहनत कर रहे, एकदम देखते हैं आज क्या होता है। अरे अच्छे से अपनी पहली वॉच पार्टी करते हैं, एकदम मजा आएगा। 1 मिनट में मैच स्टार्ट होने वाला है, 1 मिनट में। कौन है चैट में? कौन है चैट में? एक बार यू कर दो, चैट। वॉइस रहता था थोड़ा वो होता है यार, आज ही इन लोग की वॉइस को क्या हुआ? दूसरी स्ट्रीम पे देखो क्या इनके, ये इस पे देखो। एक सेकंड ना, मैं देख रहा हूँ, इस पे भी देख लेते हैं। इधर भी वॉइस का ही प्रॉब्लम है। नो साउंड ना, उन लोग चैट पे भी लिख रहे वॉइस का प्रॉब्लम है इन लोग की। ये अपनी टीम ओजी, एके ओपी, आरू, आतंकी, विस्गॉड। भाई आज बहुत उम्मीद है भाई, आज तुम लोग से बहुत तुमको करने का। आज करना है तुमको भाई, आज करना है, आज करना है भाई। एके ओपी से तो, आरू से तो ज्यादा ही है भाई। चलो मैच स्टार्ट होने वाला है। वॉइस रहता तो ज्यादा मजा आता ना, हाँ थोड़ा वॉइस रहता तो अच्छा रहता है। दूसरी स्ट्रीम ऑन करूँ क्या भाई? पहला मैच रैंडो, प्लेन पाथ का क्या है? प्लेन पाथ देखो, प्लेन पाथ। वॉइस यार, वॉइस की इशू है, वॉइस का ही है। तो अपना प्लेन पाथ गया है नाचुआन से जड़ान सिटी, जडान सिटी। ठीक है, इधर जा रही है, वही पूरा आरसी है। ये उधर गई थी, एक सेकंड, ये हाँ, यही उधर है ना। हाँ, ये उधर ओजी का कर रही है। कल का तो एपीजी का परफॉर्मेंस भाई, एपीजी तो नेक्स्ट लेवल खेल रही है। फर्स्ट डे पे वो लोग ने अपना क्या 90 पॉइंट्स गैदर किया फर्स्ट डे पे। होता है क्या फर्स्ट डे पे 90 पॉइंट्स मीन्स मतलब 1 मिनट। यही का क्या है ये, एक प्लेयर उधर, एक 3 प्लेयर इधर। ओजी ओजी ओजी, अब ओजी का ड्रॉप क्लैश हो सकता है शायद। ये पहले 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 फैल्कन का फाइट हो गया भाई, मारा अच्छा, मारा है बहुत अच्छा। चक्कू से पेल दिया भाई, चक्कू से पेल दी, चक्कू से मार दिया। एक और फाल्कन का, फाल्कन और किसका फाइट हो रहा है? लूप्स का हो रहा है, अच्छा। भाई 3 की 3 फिनिश निकाल भी लिए ये लोग। वाह ब्रो, वाह क्या मारा है, क्या मारा है। अबे वहां पे एक भी डाउन हो गया, आतंकी भी डाउन हो गया। अबे क्या, अबे पहला ही मैच ऐसा यार, नहीं भाई नहीं होना था, ये पहला ही मैच ऐसा नहीं होना था यार। देखिए ओपी और आतंकी दोनों डाउन हो गए वहां पे। शिट भाई, यहाँ पे फैल्कन और लूप्स का चल रहा है दोनों। ये गया रिडल्स गया, डॉक्स डॉक्स। चैट पे कौन कौन है गाइस? चैट पे कौन कौन है? एक बार एक बार एक बार भाई ओजी मुझे बताओ। अरे माँ कसम भाई ओजी क्या कर रही है यार। पूरी ओजी वाइप आउट हो गई। फाल्कन यहाँ पे लूप्स को नहीं माना। भाई रोजमेरी उधर। एक मिनट हाँ। क्या है इतना पड़ेगा ना मेरे को एक मिनट। अच्छा ओजी का लोग ने अंदर वो नहीं किया ना। हाँ लूप्स का। लूप्स के भी तो क्या। लूप्स के भी दो तीन बंदे मरे ना। ओजी का किया नहीं। फाल्कन रोजमेरी रोजमेरी का देखा था ना मैंने बीएमआईसी में। ये क्या मार रहा था बहुत अच्छा मार। ये फाल्कन का एक प्लेयर है इधर। रेड कुक किया है। नहीं वापिस लोग खेलो। स्नेप। भाई ऑलमोस्ट नॉक भाई। नॉक भाई क्या मारा है भाई। क्या मारा है भाई क्रिप्टन। क्रिप्टन मतलब। अरे हाँ इसमें तो रिकॉर्ड सिस्टम है ना। हाँ 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 इसमें रिकॉर्ड सिस्टम है मैं भूल ही गया था। भूल ही गया था। बराबर बराबर बराबर। तो मेरे को लग रहा हाँ एक प्लेयर भाग गया रहेगा। कॉल किया रहेगा। रैंक्स भाई रिडिक्स। एपीजी डॉग। लोग का भी अरे कल तो लीफ। रिफूज गया। रिफूज को नॉक दिया किसने दिया रिफूज को। लॉस्ट ने दिया लॉस्ट ने। लॉस्ट ने नॉक दिया रिफूज। कल का तो टॉप का परफॉर्मेंस भाई टॉप टॉप कर रहा था एकदम आईसी। आईसी फोर पहले ही खत्म हो गई। पूरा ऑल ओवर डेड हो गया वही। यहाँ पे जीएस लोग का। ये लोग का हाँ। भाई ये लोग का फाइट हो सकता है हाँ 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 अभी ले लिया अभी भाई क्लास भाई रफीनिया। क्लास भाई जीएस। भाई रिकॉल किया इसने। इसके दो प्लेयर आ गए वापस हाँ ये अच्छा है रोनाल्डो का ना। रोनाल्डो का ये अच्छा है। बहुत अच्छा है रोनाल्डो का ये। अच्छा रिव्यूज को भी मतलब बोले हाँ। देख 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 देख। अबे ये पूरी एपीसी की टीम ही अलग है एपीसी की टीम ही अलग है बहुत क्लास है। देखो ये देखो ये देखो। क्या परफेक्ट नेम मार रहा है उसको बोलो। सो क्लोज। टॉप 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 टॉप। ऑलमोस्ट 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 ले लिया था ऑलमोस्ट ले लिया था भाई ऑलमोस्ट ले लिया था। अभी ये लोग ना पुश देखो शायद पुश मार सकते हैं। जाएगा है और कवर देखो ना एक वहां पे दिया है एक वहां पे दिया है। अब ये नेट बुक कर जाएगा जाएगा आया आया और वॉइस आया वॉइस आया वॉइस आया। वॉइस आया गाइस वॉइस आया। वॉइस आया वॉइस आया भाई फाइनली वॉइस आया। विदाउट वॉइस बहुत मजा ही नहीं आया। ये नेट एक और नेट एक और नेट। ये फुटेगा नहीं नहीं ये नहीं। ये भी नहीं। ये भी नहीं। भाई नेट पे नेट नेट पे नेट नेट पे नेट डाला एपीजी वर्सेस यू। नेट पे ये सब गया ओह ऑलमोस्ट ऑलमोस्ट ऑलमोस्ट। फैल्कन किसने लिया। अबे ये लोग भाई थर्ड पार्टी हुई है भाई। ये भाई मार दे। फक बहुत क्रेजी बहुत क्रेजी बहुत क्रेजी टॉप करने टॉप। ओ उतना एंगल नहीं उतना एंगल नहीं। ये एक और प्लेयर है टॉप को शायद दिख गया वो है ना? क्या चल रहा है इधर है एक एपीजी है स्ट्रोक में। टॉप को मालूम है प्लेयर वहां पे है टॉप को क्लियर मालूम है जैसे वो उठेगा ना वैसे मारेगा उसको वहां से हाँ टॉप को क्लियर मालूम है वहां पे। एलिमिनेशन। भाई ओजी यार ओजी को मारना चाहिए भाई यही तो मैच है। इसको भी एंगल नहीं हुआ, लेकिन ये दोनों तरफ से, यहाँ पे से जाएगा आ रहा है, वहाँ पे डॉग है, यहाँ पे टॉप है, पूरा वो हो जाएगा, इसका क्योस हो जाएगा इसका। तुक्का किधर है देखा, अभी भी ये लोग तीसरे दिन का है। खाया 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 खाया, टॉप मार रहा है नीचे से, टॉप मार रहा है। पुश करेंगे इस पे, देखना ना, वो यार नेट नेट कुक करेगा, कंफर्म नेट कुक करेगा। देखा आपने क्या बोला, नेट कुक करेगा। ये गया, खत्म खत्म खत्म। क्या बोला, क्या बोला, क्लियर मार रहा है भाई उसको। ओजी किधर है, ओजी इधर है, डांसिंग की इधर भाई। ओजी पे 3, हाँ सर्कल में, अपन सर्कल में। अच्छा अच्छा, इन फाइट हो सकता है ओजी। ये अपना क्या बोलते, एक ही ओपी और आरू के आगे, एक ही ओपी और उसकी इधर से 3 टीम निकल गई भाई। आराम से लोग को ओजी का फाइट हो सकता है। फैल्कन तो भी एक निकल गया। रोजमेरी को मारा, लूप्स विटिन में, इधर एक अलग फाइट हो रही, एई वर्सेस लूप्स। रोजमेरी गया भाई, ऑलमोस्ट गया रोजमेरी। विटिन भाई ले लिया था, ले लिया। देखो फाइट, गोट वर्सेस 9ZG, गोट वर्सेस 9ZG गाइस। एक क्लास यार बहुत। और एक और टीम है वहां पे थर्ड पार्टी करने के लिए भाई, एक और टीम है। जेन भी आ गई, जेन भी आ गई। अबे आतंकी ने लिया, लूप्स को नॉक दिया, आतंकी ने दिया। वेल डन आतंकी, मारते रहो बे, मारते रहो, मारते रहो आतंकी। हाँ कंफर्म भी किया, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड, बहुत बढ़िया। पीछे एक और टीम में, इनको जेन भी है इनके पीछे भाई, जेन भी। और इधर ये नाइन जेन का एक ही प्लेयर है भाई, अभी 3 के इसमें फ्लैमिंग क्यों नहीं कर रहे ये लोग। वेट करो वेट करो वेट करो। गया गया, क्या भाई, क्या नेट था वो। भले वो मार दिया उसको, बैकअप आया अच्छा, लेकिन क्या नेट था वो, क्या ही नेट था यार। मुझे तो लग रहा है मार दे, क्या बोलते हो, मार दे, मुझे तो लग रहा है। क्या चल रहा है, गोल्ड वर्सेस टाइम। एक प्लेयर ले लिया, एक प्लेयर का और ले लिया, इधर भी मार दे। अबे क्या मार रही है, बहुत अच्छा मार रही है।
Which is horrendous, by the way, considering Tiamba was on the cards for a strong central position.
अबे क्या क्यों मारा भाई, क्या नहीं
To
मारा
be sure, icon though,
लेकिन
to
अच्छा
be an
बहुत
icon
वेट
in
किया
this game.
प्लेयर का, वेट किया।
Send 2 from reject, and Divine just has to send away. The only thing holy here are the rest of his players layered with bullets.
CS वर्सेस आरसी,
Really unfortunate. A little stumble on one of the walls there. I think 2 of them got caught up with the traffic jam. That's going to cause them to lose 2. There is still a recall beacon that they could access. I think Divine is beelining for it right now. We're sending in that same direction. So potential for both those 2 teams to have a little bit of a nightmare here. Or maybe they'll just take it in turns. Play friendly.
You got getting shot out by 9ZG, who've been doing fairly well, but right now down towards Tinlong Gardens, bit of a journey for them to get past Papa Supermassive. I think the blue likely will envelop both of them entirely before this fight concludes. With Kamikaze playing here, this is the awkward position for 9ZG.
नेट तो लिया, क्या
Tiamba actually gets the recall. They wrapped all the way down towards the southeast side. Okay.
हेड ड्रॉप लूटेड, फैल्कन लॉस।
It was one player for Tiamba going for that recall and Divine as well. Tiamba got there first, so now Divine may be locked out of it with the blue zone pushing in. You can still recall though, even if you're in the blue zone. Let's go with Reyes though. Kamikaze, but Kamikaze is just too quick on it. Does manage to dodge out the way, steps out for more. He wants to trade, wants to keep it going. Has the AUG, and there's no bullets left to face him. Goodness me. Kamikaze tear for Papa Supermassive. He keeps stepping up. Divine desperately wants this recall, but Tiamba don't want to give it to him. They are still locked in a 1v1.
अबे क्या मारा उसने यार
Find the way out here. He went in, got his teammates back up. Maybe he is the price they will pay.
Bro, अच्छा मारा
He
Divine
has
ने
the
अच्छा मारा
disadvantage, and Divine keeps them in. Reject now.
भाई उसी बाला पे आ गए यार ये लोग एक ही किल लिए
But
बाला
Tiago
पे
just abandoned the
टाइम्स का आरसी पे
And
पूरा
why are they
प्लान
coming
कर
back in?
मारा
Maybe
पूरा
we get
पूरा
a
पूरा
recall
एक साथ
off again, I'm
रिकॉल
not sure, but this-
ऑलमोस्ट अबे कर दिया रिकॉल
Is he getting his team in? He actually
कर दिया रिकॉल में
No way.
RC
Divine able to get his
Hey,
team
Mario.
back. They will be out and into the
Must, must,
skies.
must, must.
Reject though will be playing on as 3. And
Hey,
they're going to
another
recall
level
themselves as well.
server,
Do they
another
cap
level
this
server.
out? Do they
I
wait
know
for the
I'm happy
teams
already.
above? Because they're not going to get another recall here. I think Reject just have to play as 3.
PS के दो प्लेयर है ना
Yeah, of course they're going to play as free. I mean, that's insane. I
Yes,
mean, just
team play.
Smokey getting it done. I guess that's why the rest of Tiamba's just sending there so quickly. They don't want the recall to go through. But regardless, Divine commits. Divine commits.
चैट में कौन कौन है गाइस ये बात चैट में मेरे को बता दो कौन कौन है
That is quite holy, you know? He sacrificed himself for the rest of the squad.
ये गया
What a martyr.
ओह अच्छा टाइम पे हिल गया टाइम पे हिल गया
Brilliant
टाइम पे हिल गया
stuff
काफी
coming through. Well, that's well,
Time
actually
being,
not so brilliant. Very messy.
वो one v one ये बैट बॉय और इसका
Reject
उनके का
playing as 3. They
Bro,
lose the ball as
बहुत
well,
अच्छा
so they are
मारा
now
बे।
back down to the 2 that got picked
बहुत
back
अच्छा
up.
मारा
Loops
माइक पास रखो
scrapping with Team
ओके
Secret, by
सर
the way. This is over towards Jadina City.
ये तो है
On the
माइक में
outskirts here. They've yet to
कितना
cross the
पास है?
water.
लग गया आवाज आ रहा है अभी
Definitely is
Voice
taking a while
clear
to
नहीं
see
आ
the
रहा।
moves. Both struggling.
नहीं आ रहा
Falcons finally make their way down. I don't mind this position over
अभी आ
on
रहा
the
है
northeast side as
वही
well. It
बात।
does cut off the western position in terms of those sight lines, but looks like they're just going to send it over towards OG. OG is looking to face off against them. But with that circle, I think at this point in time, you more than likely to head down towards the beachhead, try and wrap around, play something in there. GNG
अभी आ रहा है,
has
अभी
a
आ रहा है।
fantastic
Hello,
spot,
hello,
and
hello,
Wolves
hello।
can take advantage of this position as well, maybe across the road.
Hello.
Got that compound. I think that's the
Hello,
smart
hello,
decision to
hello,
go
hello,
for.
hello।
Let's keep those lessons from yesterday. When it looks free, it's probably free.
Team Secret spending a lot of time out here, picking through the box, and I hope he's not got his UI covered up because there is still a Loops player in the wings with 1 first aid, and he is going to have to step out now. We'll hear these footsteps waiting for the
Yes,
cross.
now okay.
Immediately,
Yep,
he's
man.
down. You can't get the res here. There's
भाई
no way
टीएस
Team
वर्सेस
Secret
लूप्स
make it out of this.
हाँ पहले अबे बहुत अच्छा मारा भाई बहुत अच्छा मारा रियली
Looks to
उधर
try
से
and
इसलिए
take
भी ले
down the
लिया
rest
भाई
of Team
बहुत अच्छा
Secret.
मारा यार
Zerus
बहुत
will
अच्छा
put
मारा
him down, but they
Time
stayed too
versus
long.
ball.
They weren't aware of their surroundings. Meanwhile,
Yeah, Nate.
they've moved up, so have Reject.
ब्रो
Towards the wall.
क्लास नेट था भाई क्लास नेट था बहुत अच्छा नेट
I
था
mean, Tiamba was able to get
एक
it.
और नेट
It took
उसको भी ले
a
लेंगे नेट से ही
push
जाएगा
to start there.
उसको ले लेंगे अंदर जाके मार
Fair
देंगे
bit
उसको
of
अंदर
damage.
जाके मार
Wolves look to move in, get
पूरा
some more
पुश ऑन
damage
कर
done for
देंगे ये
themselves.
अबे वो देख
Immediate flush over
खिड़की में खड़े
towards
होके मार रहा हूँ
the left-hand side,
पूरा
and this should be easy.
अबे 1 HP पे लेगा
Wolves, I say that.
1 HP पे लिया उसने भाई दो बंदे को
Crazy.
Oh, it's getting a bit wild here. Still,
Hey, यार
not much ammo left either.
एंटी
He
यार
is going to get taken down.
1 HP पे लिया भाई उसने यार दो को 1 HP पे लिया
This
उसने
is going to be tricky here, Blank, for the Wolves.
Inti,
Now,
inti,
more
inti.
damage done to them than they would
अरे
have.
आतंकी
They're on
नॉक
2
अरे
players
आरू की
remaining.
नॉक अबे क्या
D plus
यार
since yesterday with chips
Hey,
taking
एक
down
ही
two
अपना
players
इसे भी
from
गया,
OG.
ये
They
एक ही
thought
बात नहीं।
themselves, well, maybe we can do it again here. Already
आतंक
2
मर
players
गया।
down for
आरू भी गया
OG.
इसे।
1 player left
एक ही
alive
OP
in
भी-
AKOP, and it's a lovely nade. Pin round the side of the vehicle, pops the vehicle and pops OG.
ओजी को करने का है भाई यार आज ओजी को चाहिए अपना नहीं ये
Not
चलेगा
what you want
यार
to see if you're an OG fan, but for D plus fans, they'll be
देखो
happy
आने
with
का है
the
यार
players
टॉप पे आने का है यार
playing on the north side though, and they are a little bit squeaked out on that edge. Not too easy of an approach.
भाई
to the
एपीजी
rest
तो
of the
अलग
circle.
फॉर्म में चल रही है कसम से अभी देखना लास्ट क्लास में ये लोग इतना मारेंगे ना
Similar location as
Hey,
well,
yeah.
though. GS scrapping with them on the hilltops.
Screen पे ले लिए,
And so
मेरे बोलने में ले
the
लिए।
Fightiel get the flush, but just about able to
एक और knock,
the four.
APG दो
The
knock।
flush, the re-knock comes through.
Class क्या चाहिए?
GS from the
Class,
high ground
class।
now finds
बहुत
a
अच्छा।
second player on APG,
Knock खत्म।
and another goes down as well. APG really suffering now on the north.
डिस्पूट भी गया टॉप बाकी है टॉप बाकी टॉप बाकी टॉप बाकी
Yeah, I think they've tried to carve
अबे वो
themselves
टॉप
out
अकेला मार देगा man
but here on
वो
Rondo,
इतना
it's
भी
quite
करे ना वो
difficult
अकेला
to
मार
carve
देगा
out areas of the map just because there's constant recalling happening. And that's the difficulty, right? Is that as much effort you put
600
in,
damage
you're always going to be fighting even towards those
बचा लिया टॉप को भी
zones.
बचा
This is why having compounds,
ये लोग
having
निकलेंगे यार
so
मेरे को
is so
ज्यादा लग रहा है ना
important because
निकलेंगे
it's less about, you know, playing for position. It's more about getting a breather in these games, you know, taking a moment to be like, right, we don't want to fight for 5 minutes, so let's just
Soup versus
conserve ammo, conserve utility, conserve players.
The game now with no recalls left available. For Alter Ego, playing as 3.
भाई ये जेन ने तो पूरा सेंटर लेके रखा है जोन का यार, लेकिन सेंटर लेके
stayed a little
क्लियर सेंटर लेके रखा है पूरा, ये वापस आए हम लोग, आरसी को भी पूरा एडवांटेज है.
Maybe an outside chance here, but you imagine the Wolves are going to be pushing across. You think that teams on the east side will transition down to crash onto this area and see what they can find. These buildings, pretty hot real estate right now.
Eliminated team secret.
Taking them down. Reject now with 2 points on the game.
Eliminated.
Not amazing, but they're getting something done here. For Gen G, if they win this game, it will be the technical back-to-back from yesterday, finishing out last. Miramar Rondo over win would be fantastic. Currently in 7th place after that chicken dinner from yesterday.
A lot of big Elim games as Doc takes a nade, bounces off the back tire, and blasts him through with a shrapnel. Well, go on for Elims, and DS now looking to move into the last player. Koa can't stand not in this zone, and they get lined up.
It's much better from D+. I think that they threw themselves into the deep end a little bit
yesterday.
Just started taking fights. I know some of those fights honestly weren't going very well, but I'm glad they were just like, we still need to get into the at the moment they were playing so weak, they were playing so scared. And yes, some of these fights are messy, but there's definitely more confidence here when it comes to taking those engagements. And I think that whatever behind the scenes there, whether that's a call made by one of the players in the team, that we just need to start here and just start taking fights. It's been the right call, because I think all those players are really good in their own right. We've seen them play at high levels in the past when it comes to fracking power. I think here it's a case of, you know, the years like dust as you come into the international.
2v1,
Absolutely necessary for defending champion team, at least D+ to put the best foot forwards. Hopefully try and change that around. Teams are starting now to move in towards these buildings. You can see Wolves still holding out the east side of that compound. The GOAT is the team that's looking to try and breach on towards it. They're not having the best time. There is a little bit of an answer. The cover flare nearly lands on Alva's head, so he does need to be careful if they tumble down. Roll in the D4. As they just
लोग नेट में पूछेंगे सब.
If I'm Alpha,
नहीं रिवाइव किया रे, किया
considering all the angles. Once again, another one over the top there, getting very close, decent air burst. I think they will
top
just
अच्छा हुआ है, top अच्छा हुआ है अभी
down
तक.
there, but the blue starts to push in D+, and kind of do have Alter Ego's
top
number here.
जेन मार देंगे top.
Nade towards the back,
ये
and
top
there
को
it
भी
is, leaving
जोनिंग
now
करना
D+,
पड़ेगा.
with just the one player. That Nade
ये
has to
इधर
be
रिवाइव कर
efficient.
रहे हैं,
It's
वो
all
इधर
down to
रिवाइव कर रहे हैं, ऑलमोस्ट
Nobu.
नहीं कर.
Needs to get these reses. It's not
वहाँ
going
पे
to
top
be
वहाँ से
easy.
top
There's
5 मारे.
angles to deal with as well.
Top है
APG
वहाँ.
actually taking
top
shots.
पे 5
Top's
कर
going to
रहे
have to
हैं,
move,
लोग
but
जहाँ
he's
तक पता है.
busy. He's taken down the South Koreans in the meantime.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are
yeah.
confirmed. Oh, another nade. Oh, that's nasty. It's going to do so much damage. I think Nobu, yeah, he's just going to
Yeah.
get the ghost because the vehicle's going up in smoke now as Krypton just keeps on layering down these nades.
The name is
Massive
Nobu.
not getting stuck into Walter Rico just yet, but they'll crest the ridgeline. They know it's just Nobu left standing. They break one down low. He'll go for the challenge, force them up high, and play it off one another. Still in action and will be able to help
APG
suppress the
eliminated, top
angle,
को
but
मार
it will
दिया.
be Alter Ego to get all of those Elim points
8
tucked
elimination
away.
दिया सर, 7 पे.
It's going to be D+.
7 पे finish किया.
Elim's found.
RC, GH, 4 और वहाँ से जेन पे चारों एक ही तरफ आ
Maybe we'll
गए.
see one of our lower
चारों एक ही
Elim
तरफ
chicken
आ
dinners
गए.
here.
वहां से क्या
I think the most dangerous thing
Jen
there for
versus
the
each
T-Post
other.
was not
Ek knock,
altering
no
it, but
knock.
instead the vehicles
No
around
knock.
them, which they did not
Ek knock,
respect, and
ek
his
knock,
legs
Jen
drove
एक
in their faces.
इसको
In the meantime, though, it is Alter Ego trying to send away, but some
Oh,
great
इसको
shots
भी
there coming through from Genji, who are, like we say, looking to put the back-to-back on the cards. GS move into Reject's position off of the distance there. Just in between, playing picky in the middle between Apollo as well as Sarah. But
ये तो नॉक ही
fantastic from Divine earlier to get this far
किल चोरी
into
कर
the
लिया
game
एक
for the
गोली मार
rest
के
of the
किल चोरी
squad.
कर लिया एक गोली मार के किल चोरी कर लिया अरे फिनिश किल नहीं फिनिश
Checks. I mean, they're very happy to be able to survive this one out as long as they can. Sit in those buildings, see if they can defend it. Genji.
कवर किया अच्छा कवर
Keeping things going. Moment, I mean, Genji, a big win for them here. Would speed them up
भाई
probably
मेरे को ना
towards the
जेन का
top three,
चिकन लग रहा है
Blank,
क्लियर
which would be a real nice find for them.
मेरे को चिकन लग रहा है ये मैच में
Starting
ना
on 40 points, getting a 20 point chicken dinner total. That's very, very doable. And they're only the full team. I think that we might see Genji up in that top 3 spot. We'll have to wait though.
चिकन निकाला डायरेक्ट टॉप पे दिया
Your teams will try and extract a toll on them as they make their approach. They're flanking out wide. They put that 2-2 out, but they're going to have to regroup it.
Yeah, the only thing that concerned me yesterday from Genji's win is like watching those final moments with the UMP shots. I felt like the sprays were a little concerning in terms of capability versus some other squads. So it's just that firepower that concerns me for Genji. I will say in terms of rotations, like they've looked pretty good so far. I just will say that their firepower somewhat lacks versus some of these other teams. In this particular cycle, though, I don't think there's really anyone else that challenges them out. I do think
के चार प्लेयर इधर है एक कंपाउंड में
right,
एई का एक है आरसी का 2 है
the
जीएस का
gun
1 है और
skill
वोल्ट का
at
2
all.
है
As long as they
क्लियर
set the angles,
मेरे को
they
लग
can
रहा है यहाँ से मेरे को जोन भी जेन पे ही जा रहा है भाई ओके मेरा प्रेडिक्शन रॉन्ग हो
Ooh, well, that shift
तो अब जेन को थोड़ा
does make
मुश्किल
that a
है
little bit harder. That Genji win maybe a little bit further out.
जोन का शिफ्ट थोड़ा हार्ड है
As you said, the numbers. I mean, it's
थोड़ा हार्ड हुआ मेरे
just
को जोन
such a
शिफ्ट
big
थोड़ा हार्ड
advantage to be playing with all of this leeway. Sarah, though, it feels like he's got claws on lockdown at this point. And I think
इनको
Claws
पता
knows
है
about
वहाँ
it.
पे बंदा है इनके बंदे को पता है
Sarah's not
क्लॉस को
taking the
पता है
pick
वहाँ
up
पे
this way, not just yet. He'll know that Claws is peeking up, and that's a brilliant pickup for Claws. What a shot.
Hey guys,
Excellent
जो भी
reaction
स्ट्रीम पे आ रहा है
coming
स्ट्रीम
through
को
from
लाइक
Genji.
करें
And he steps into the
शेयर
door,
करें
just
और
to
चैनल को
prove it.
सब्सक्राइब
This should
करिए ये
pretty
याद
much
रखना
confirm it.
They proved me wrong, I guess.
फटाफट लाइक बढ़ाते जेन अबे जेन ने इसका स्लैमिंग कर दिया बे राइडिंग आरसी पे
Good to see the improvement there from
डायरेक्ट स्लैमिंग कर
Genji.
दिया
Apollo
एक ही बंदा
on
और
his
जीएस का एक बंदा वहाँ पे
upstairs.
कैम करके बैठा है क्लियर कैम
Feels
करके
like
बैठा है
Divine
ना कोई
sacrifice was all
इसको
for
मार देंगे
naught.
इसको मार देंगे
Apollo looking for the heal.
मार
Now
दे बोले
against
इसको मार
4
देंगे
players. Like I
मार
said, the
देंगे
refrag is there. It's easy peasy.
इजी पीजी
Reject go down in 6th place. I don't think Sarah should have peaked that. I don't think it was necessary to peak that.
10 एलिमिनेशन पॉइंट्स हो गया भाई यहाँ से
Apollo, yeah,
अभी भी
high
9
and
बंदे
dry.
बाकी
Now
हैं
Genji
उसमें
has the
मतलब
high
चलो
rope
5
position
बंदे उनके लिए
inside the
बाकी हैं अभी भी
circle. So
तो भी ईश्वर
There-
तो
there's some-
अभी लाइक और
and I will
सब्सक्राइब
say it's
करता हूँ
pro-
यार
categorically bad
तो वेज नहीं करने का
maneuvers
मत
happening
कर
from
जा
Reject during this tournament.
Yeah, well, I mean, there must be a reason they're in 15th place right now, right?
हिल
It's
बैटल करेंगे हिल
it's
बैटल
not been a great run for them, which
हिल
is a bit
बैटल
disappointing,
करेंगे
but
कंफर्म नहीं
someone's got to
हमारी
be
बैंडेज
15th,
बचा
someone's
होगा
got to be 16th. Trombi, the
ठीक
last
है
stand
फिनिश
of
किया
that
तो टॉप
supermassive, they go
फाइव
down in
8
5th
एलिमिनेशन
place.
टॉप 5 अच्छा
With their 8 elims, though, they'll
आठ
make quite
elimination top five
a
अच्छा।
decent impact on this game. But Blank, a lot of
नहीं
teams
जेन का
have had
कंफर्म चाहिए
in that
जेन का
5
पूरे
to
4
9
बंदे बचे
elim boundary,
पूरे 4
which
बंदे
is
बचे
quite
बाकी
interesting.
टीम
It would be
के वॉल के 2
one
है
of the
जीएस
more
के
spread
एक का
out
है
Rondo points earning systems that we've seen.
और मेरे को
I
जहाँ तक
think,
पता है ये
since
सतर्क
its
पुलिस का
release into the into
स्नेप
PUBG
का
Mobile
पोजीशन
ecosystem.
भी पता तो नेट
Yeah, it's been
मार
released,
मार
Logan.
मार
And I think that's mainly because there's just so much fighting all around the map, which led to one team getting 5
Super chat
6
बंदे
points,
मेरा
and they would get taken out, and then another team would get those 5 and 6 points, and they would get taken out. In the meantime, though, here's Genji. Dammy finds Snape to start things off, but it's Doran to find Satan. Claws immediately goes for the smoke, but Doran will finish him off. So that's 12 elims right now
एक
for
बंदा
Genji.
वॉल के 2 बाकी
The Wolves aren't giving up too easily.
7 नेट 7 स्मोक 1 मॉली
G spot that cross.
मेरे को तो लग रहा है
Nade,
देखना है
look at the Igor.
देखते हैं
Warren on the back.
नेट पे नेडिंग चालू है नेडिंग पे नेडिंग चालू है
Nice little cover off. You can
बस
see that he's
दोनों
protecting
नेड है
against
दोनों नेड
eking
ओ टाइम पे हटा है भाई
going a little bit
TVG
further.
वाले
Dami though
अभी
has
के
that high
मैच
ground
को
plateau and
कुछ
may be able
देखे
to see something just about over the top. GS with their last player as well, hiding in a corner, very, very central.
क्या बोल रहे
Last
हैं
out
यार?
quite a while. Eagle
हाँ,
with a
तो वाले से
nade,
देना होगा।
actually able to find
अभी
one of
के
Gen
मैच
G
को
as
कुछ नहीं
Doran
दे रहे हैं, हम
looks
लोग
to get
क्या
across as well. The regroup is there. Quick isn't going to be able to get
छोड़ अभी भाई टीम पे
through, and the
उतना ही
flush is
बोलूंगा
there.
मैं
So now we're 2 versus 3 with D3S as the outside wild
इधर
card.
भी जेन को मारा अबे जेन क्या
For
कर रही है
Gen G,
उसका
let's be quite honest here.
ऊपर
A
से GS
three-man
का वो बंदा
split
प्रॉपर
at this
कैम
point of the
करके बैठा
game
है
is diabolically bad.
GS
I
का वो
don't
बंदा
know why we're
प्रॉपर
going for the
कैम
three-man
करके बैठा
split
है
here.
प्रॉपर
Yes, you want to cover all the buildings, but you're almost certain that this is just straggler teams. And already they showed us that they can play four-man refrag, position over towards Apollo.
Top
and
three तो ऐसे ही आ
Sara,
गया
and
है
you just
वो
need to clear out this building. So this is just like, I'm not sure what the plan
और
was.
जेन वालों को मेरे को नहीं लगता पता
But
है
it's
कि वो
opened
क्या
things
करते
up for Wolves. Both those eliminations, they
मेरे
don't
को नहीं लगता
happen
जेन
for
वालों को
Wolves
पता है वो क्या
unless
करते हैं
Gen G opens the door for them. And Gen G left that
Booster
thing
भी नहीं दिया वो
completely
D3S
unlocked
ने
and the jar.
दिया ही
So
नहीं
if
है
Wolves is
बूस्टर
able to win this game,
दिया
it's
ही नहीं
completely
है
on Gen G.
I think GS win this game. Just saying.
Okay.
I feel like these two teams are going to scrap.
बोल रहा GS
They're
के
going to
लिए आई
forget that there's
चिकन
another player. Or not forget, but be more preoccupied. And I think D3S has this. For no other reason than for the vibes. I think it's entirely unlikely, but
भाई उसने दिया ही नहीं है बूस्टर एक
the zone's
बूस्टर भी
closing,
दिया
fairly central. It's on top of Wolves. That gives them the advantage.
नेट लिया मेरे को कर
Yeah, well, I mean, GS is just hiding out right now. Which
Nice
is,
camping.
yeah, I guess so.
वहाँ पे नहीं वहाँ पे नहीं
You could say that. I mean, GS has struggled a little
अरे
bit.
जेन
but
की
you
बिल्डिंग में
try and get
बैठा
some
है
points
वो
where you can, don't you, really?
और उसको पता इन लोगों को पता भी नहीं है कि वो पूरा कैप करके बैठा है अब भी
It's
अगर ये
not gonna
गुजरना
get top
डायरेक्ट मार
three.
देगा उसको
It ain't gonna
एक
get you
स्टेप
top
नहीं दे
three.
रहा वो एक स्टेप नहीं
It
दे
might not
रहा
even keep you
एक
out of the
स्टेप
bottom
नहीं दे रहा
five.
Well, any point's a good point. At any stage, you take the points you can get. We'll see what he can go for. I don't think Quick is aware of the player on the ground floor. I mean, maybe he is. He's playing on the corner.
अच्छी पोजीशन
The
में
sort
बैठा
of
है अच्छी
counters it.
पोजीशन में
But
बैठा
D3S has
है
not made a
जेन
move in
का दामी
a
अच्छी
long
पोजीशन में
while. The blue zone will force it as the flares start to drop thick and fast down the main road. That's going to
बहुत
make
अच्छी
it
पोजीशन में बैठा है वो सच
navigable
में
in these close range fights.
हल्का
These
सा
smokes are
उसको
starting
मिला
to
ना
dry out, but
मार
Quick
के
has managed to get
नॉक कर
across
दिया
here,
लेकिन
Blank. The question is
मैं
how
ना
safe
अभी
is it?
GS
They
के
have
बंदे को
regrouped fully on it.
GS का
They
बंदा
can let
ज्यादा
D3S actually stay alive.
क्योंकि अभी भी वो
alone
पूरा
in the
कैम करके
corner.
बैठा है
Are these the fabled
ये
Wolves
दामी अच्छा
walls
अच्छा पोजीशन दिया भाई
coming
अच्छा
through
पोजीशन दिया
with the emergency cover?
अच्छा पोजीशन
Wolves
दिया क्या बोला था
Doritos,
तुमको
Dora
मालूम
the
है
Dorito
ये
thrower.
क्लास
Sigos attempts to go upwards. Nice damage there
इसको
from
मालूम
Gen
है,
G
इसको
on
मालूम
Dami,
है,
but
इसको
Igor's
मालूम है।
actually just going to push it. Okay, that's very
मारा मैं
aggressive.
बोला तो पहले बोला बहुत अच्छा पोजीशन लेके
Sorry, hang on a
बैठा
minute, we're on with Dami. Yeah, he's immediately lining that up. D3S is chiming in though now. If he can find one of
Hello.
Gen G, it's a 1v1v1. Nade in hand, maybe closer to the middle. No, needs to step a
Hey,
little
why
bit
are
further
you
forwards.
so good?
Doran is low.
Oh, you're
Quick
evil.
Can't peek out
Dami मार
because
दे।
Des is there. And he's cooking the
मार
nade.
देगा मैं बोला टॉप 3 आ
He
गया
launches
मेरा
it
बहुत
forwards.
बढ़िया
Dami goes low, and now it's a 1 versus
अबे
2.
GS अभी
Des
की
now
बाकी
with a
है
chance for GS. Will he be
GS
able to
अभी
find
बाकी
it?
है
Gen G desperately wanted to close
Top
it down,
two
but the
are
healing
they?
needs to come through from Dami. He tries to
Dami
go
will
for
get top two.
That's a beautiful
Ah.
system to play all on the outside.
Well
but they
played,
just
bhai. Well
about
played,
keep
well
it under
played, well
control.
played, bhai.
I thought I was going to be right.
GS well
I thought
played,
I was
bhai.
going to be
GS well
there.
played.
But Gen G get a big chicken dinner.
Gen
That
G,
will
bhai, बहुत बढ़िया,
catapult
बहुत
up the
बढ़िया.
tables.
Dude,
They're
अच्छा
looking
match
for top
खेला था,
3
बहुत
on the
अच्छा.
end of that match, and the technical back
एक
to
टॉप
back
3 आ
is
गया ना डायरेक्ट टॉप 3 आ गया ना
Again, slightly, there's some things about this team that are concerning for me.
डायरेक्ट टॉप 3 आ गए लोग डायरेक्ट
And I think that is my main issue right now is I have concerns. And again, I do like this team. I like what they're trying to achieve. I think for a team that feels more like an underdog right now, they're doing very,
डायरेक्ट टॉप
very
3 आ
well.
गए ओजी यार करना है तुमको ओजी
That feels very
एक अच्छा मैच
wrong.
एक
And
दो
I think
अच्छा
in a
मैच
full
तुम्हारा
4v4 that Gen G does
ऊपर आ
not get
जाएगा
away with that type of
ऊपर आ
behavior.
जाएगा
But yeah, I think for Gen G, it's
Haru
mostly
kuch
very
kare
pleasing.
yaar,
That buffer
Haru.
though might be enough if they can continue to improve their performance, get them into the top 3 and keep it up. Again, a few of these players have been around for a very, very long time. I think Dami, for him, this is a dream come true on the big stage.
Absolutely, it's brilliant They're able to take things forwards, keep things going under the Gen G banner. I'll be very happy to be able to pose for a second photo. You can see they're practiced at it now, and they are going to be able to take that one. Get back to business. Let's get back to business with the Desto and see what they have to say.
And Gen G win the last match of the day yesterday and the first match today, and they did it in style, Max, man. This Wolves push, though, I don't know what these guys were thinking here at the end.
He got went a bit too crazy mode there, okay? He went sicko mode, and unfortunately, didn't quite work out for him. I'm not sure what the decision, what the reasoning behind that decision actually was, but you know what? He gave it a fair shot, and it didn't quite work out. They lost a lot of players for very unnecessary reasons this match, but you know what? Gen G, a very slow game here, Niptura, very steady. They had a 2-2 split, fully regrouped on the northern side, then go back into this compound. Do you split a little bit too much? I fully agree with John and Blank what they were saying this game. They definitely did kind of split their forces at some point that did risk that win. But you know what, Gen G? It's a back-to-back win. This is the year of Mina for PMGC.
Yeah, and with as many elims as they got, I don't think they really care that much, right? Dami with 1,000 damage, and what is that? Hang on, quick math here. 11 eliminations off the top of that win as well, so a big point game for them.
Huge game for Gen G. And honestly, this is one of the teams that we highlighted at the top of the show because, you know, they won the last match of Miramar yesterday, and we were like, okay, which teams in that mid pack do we think could really push into that top 3, right? I was like, Gen G looked good there towards the end, and then bam, they come out swinging in this rondo. Yeah, 11 eliminations. No, what's what? Yeah, that's way more. Yeah, we got a whole bunch.
Hello.
Dami here with 5.
Hi.
I was like, wait, what's going on here? No, these guys went crazy here in this one. And another team that went crazy off the rip, we heard an interview with 7, was the Falcons, right? I mean, look at this crazy hot drop here, Max.
I don't know what to say about this. This was bad and good for Falcons. It's like they got 7 eliminations and a hot drop, so definitely can't fault them for trying to get as many eliminations as they possibly could in the early stages, but in a circle, not getting anything. And actually, we were having a back and forth about this. They sent every single player into Neox, and they didn't have a recall backup, meaning that if they lose that fight, they're fully eliminated. And here, 0 points. They were donezo from the get-go.
I hate that so much because Inner Circle are an elim-heavy team. They thrive off of getting those eliminations, and to just go full send all 4 into a hot drop when you have that recall ability on a map that is going to give you the most possibility of eliminations of any of the maps is an insane idea to me. I don't know what they were thinking. I'm going to be kind of harsh here. I have no idea what they were thinking.
Oh, this recall though.
Oh,
down to the last second, he gets it and revives his teammates and actually get pretty far.
Extra
placement points. So that was literally the best recall so far of 2025 Hot Jukes. That was such a good and intense play. Chamba almost able to punish it, but it was not quite meant to be, and he does pull it off at the end.
Dude, 100%. I was so hyped when I saw it. He threw the smoke down. I was like, just go for it. Why not, right? If you're able to get 3 players up rather than attempting that 1v3, that is the ticket right there. And honestly, that could be the play, right? That literally makes this team survive, guys. Because I guarantee you, like, if Team Reject doesn't pick things up, they're going to be right there, you know, just trying to get past that bottom 5. And especially when you got teams putting up as many points here in this game. Look how top heavy these points are, Niptura.
Yeah, I mean, it's so top heavy that even rejects who are in the top 5 aren't on that first page of match rankings. That is insane, right? There's just so many points being grabbed here by so many teams across the map coming in here, and 25 points for Gen G is crazy. I mean, with how close those leaderboards are, I need to see the overall rankings like now.
Like yesterday, show it to me.
Like
90 Globin only going to get 3 points this match. So again, they keep on slipping after their 2 first good games of yesterday. We haven't seen too much presence from these guys. Here, looking at Dami, the MVP of this match. 5 eliminations popping off. But actually, we're talking about Dami, of course, doing a lot in their transition back into the compound to claim that position to make sure they secure this win. Claws, Niptura. Car 98, I know you were getting hyper about that one. That man with the long-range sniper was popping off.
He really was, and Gen G in general are popping off. Second place they jump into. Second place! I mean, I mean, it's only 3 points ahead of Inner Circle, right? So if Inner Circle hadn't gone out so early, we probably would see it kind of flipped. IC would probably still be on second place. But Gen G coming off the back of a big Rondo, and that's just the importance of Rondo, right?
क्या चल रहा है
It's
टेबल
like,
क्या चल रहा
you
है
can go
OG 12
from
पे अरे
10th
क्या
place
यार
to
OG 10
second
से 12
just
पे आ
like
गई
that.
I mean,
अरे अभी तो ये लोग बैटिंग यहाँ से डिस्क्वालीफाई हो गए हैं इसलिए OG को ना
because this is a back-to-back
इसलिए
win
OG को
run we just got
10
from
के ऊपर रहना चाहिए
before
क्योंकि
the
उन
last
लोगों
win
को
off yesterday they were in 11th position. 2 back-to-back wins, they're up in second place, maybe trying to play catch-up with APG and able
Top
to
solo
overtake
performance.
Inner Circle. Thank you very much, Mr. John here with the
Yours,
numbers.
रफीका पे रफीका क्या मार वाला है
Now the question is,
क्या मार वाला
right,
है
Gen
स्टेट
G
बहुत
after
अच्छा
performance
मार
like that, Hot Jukes,
That's
can
बहुत
they
अच्छा
hold
मार
down the fort? Can they remain in top 3 for the entirety of Group Green?
I mean, we had the question for Inner Circle, right? They couldn't do it in one game. That's how crazy it is.
बहुत
Right? I was
अच्छा
like,
मार
oh,
रहा
they got a
है
little point sponge. As long as they do okay, they should.
कौन है चैट में कौन है गाइस चैट में कौन
Just
है
like that,
एक बार
boom, Gen G
एक बार
overtakes
फटाक से
them.
मेरे को लगा
And
दो
so
चैट में
that
बता दो
jump, you know, that we were talking about from 11th to second place, it's still possible. There's plenty of games left to go, so a lot of different squads can accomplish that, right? But getting back-to-back chicken dinners in a lobby like this would be pretty tough. Match.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, of course. I mean, the lobby has leveled up significantly. I can already see in the first game here, Niptura. Teams are maybe a little bit more sweaty. Just saying. It's like, whoa, well, we're seeing some rotations. Holding off. Desk camping a little bit. We can say it. We can say the C word. You know, the count at the end of this game. He's able to get himself some extra placement points. See that come through. GS, right? Trying to hold off reject on that one rotation of Jadina. They knew that was going to be potentially a weakness of theirs, and they just set up the bridge camp in Jadina City itself. I respect plays like that. So GS maybe initiating a bit of an ascent in the leaderboards.
Yeah, sneak attack 1000. I also have to shout out D plus a little bit there. DS and DK and AE going back to back over on that hillside, right? Those cover flares just throw an extra bit of chaos into the mix as well. But those nades were on point on both sides. It was really tit for tat there for a little bit. So I'd like to see more of that coming into a wrangle because both of them were really fighting, and we know D plus Kia had a rough day one, but even though they weren't able to really convert it to points, I liked what I saw from them in this round.
I'm even thinking back at this entire game, guys. We had an EMP zone that actually did something. Dead center, and it just jumbled. Guys, don't worry, it's just an EMP zone. And then the cars just stopped working. It was like, oh, damn it. And they forced to actually go for the recall play and bring back some of their teammates as they were stuck there with, I believe it was GOAT team.
That's right.
So EMP zones, if they're dead center of a phase 3, phase 4 situation, Hodrix, that can really cause some issues on the rotations. And in this case, it was so damn impactful.
Oh, yeah, and really, I mean, Tiamba on the move. They didn't even want to be there, right? Boom, dead center EMP. And they were just stuck. So, I mean, that was by far the most brutal EMP we saw. We saw the most crazy revive recall tower, right? And then we also saw the most amazing cover flares from Alter Ego, right? What do you think about those cover flares? Those cover flares are tetrahedrons, right? They're not spheres.
कल 90 points score किया है भाई अलग लेवल
You're asking me a math geometry question. That's
They're triangles, not circles, right?
They're pyramids, actually.
They were rolling down the hill like crazy. It was wild.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit careful about that one. I wish they put them actually on top of the heel itself. That way they could have peaked a bit better. But regardless, his nades. I don't know how he did it. His spidey sense were tingling in that position, but he just knew exactly where the D plus Kia players were, and they were just. He got massive double nades to open up that fight eventually. So really happy with Krypton. He's really stepping up to the plate just like he did during PMWC.
Yeah, I really loved as well what we saw there from another one of the AE players. Can't remember who it was, but in the buggy, as soon as that knock happened, he was on that buggy around the side trying to get some info. So great play.
Well, let's take it on over to the 7WG for a big interview and hear what these players have to say.
Welcome back to a quick report with the 7WG. I'm joined by none other than Gen G Satan, a team that's currently jumped up to second place with the performance they're currently putting out. But I want to go back to yesterday. You started off slow in a way. Was it due to the fact that you had 2 new players in the squad?
عشان شوي عندكم مشاكل لأنه عندكم فريق لاعبين جديدين لو لا؟
أكيد صراحة يعني إحنا ما لعبنا مع كويك وكلاوس حتى ولا سكرم واحد. فأنا كنت بطولة عالمية بظروف كانت جدا مقابلة للفريق يعني يوسف وأجين كان ودي انهم يكونوا موجودين اكيد ولكن لعلها خيره من رب العالمين. دخلوا معنا صراحه جدا معجب فيهم اساطير والله.
He said that it's tough. We didn't even have a single scrim with Klaus and Klaus and who? And Quick, because they are standing in. He wishes that he had his team Yusuf with him, but they came in, they're doing really well, and God willing that they'll be able to go all the way with them.
Well, I mean, you've been able to jump up to second place. You got him back-to-back wins if we count the last day for yesterday. With 10 or more eliminations, what has been the biggest change for the squad?
عندك 2 تشيكن دينر وكل بيها 10 قتلى 10 بوينتس واكثر. شو التغيير صار؟
دائما اذا جبنا تشيكن باخر يوم معروف جنجي، اذا جابوا تشيكن باخر يوم باليوم الاول، اليوم الثاني يدخلوا بفورمه قويه. وبصراحه تغير يعني اشياء. الكوتش نايت يعني ثانك يو كوتش، صراحه قاعد يشتغل معنا بشكل كثير اسطوري، قاعد نشتغل كمجموعه يعني بشكل حلو.
He said that Genji is well known. If we end the day with a chicken dinner, we're going to come day 2 very strong. And we also the whole team is doing well, but he wants to shout out to Knight. He's been helping them out a lot when they go back.
He is one of the most experienced coaches. His 5th PMGC, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations, Satan. I like seeing this man smile. And they're also trying to continue to shock the world because Mina has been performing so well at PMGC. Back to you guys.
Yeah, I see, no? Yeah.
Mina is crushing it. Are you kidding me? I mean, look at that. I mean, I guess these are the scrims for Genji. I mean, who needs them?
The PMGC is the script.
Just
screaming for the finals. That was it. That's all they were doing. And Genji. Yeah, it's crazy that they're that successful actually, right, Niptura? And they 2 new additions, and despite that, they're looking really good. Their synergy was on point. Sure, they played a little bit smash this previous game at the ending in that compound, but man, Genji impressing me a lot after what they did in Mina.
Yeah, and that quick flick by Quick over for the last match is really impressed me as well. So definitely some big skill coming in here. I'm just so surprised that they didn't even scrim with him. Like that level of synergy with hardly playing with your 2 new players is unheard of. So really great stuff at PMGC of all places.
That's how you get it done, guys. You know, you got to be able to perform when the time comes here. You got to be able to settle those nerves and hit those shots. We got the first match of